First of all, this is made by a man, and it's not like these bullet journals you find online when you Google it. Beautiful flowers, colors and stuff. So the year 2020 was a very hard year for everybody, and we all lost track of things, how to do or what we are going to do with our life. Our plans were destroyed and everything didn't went as we planned. So during out the year I had kind of a quite disorganized life. I had no idea what I was doing. I was working a lot, and that's for sure, but there was something that helped me, and unfortunately I only found about this in the end of the year. And this thing is called a bullet journal. A bullet journal is something like a small notebook where you write down what you want to do, or you write down the plans, or more or less you start to track your own life, your habits or something. You start to track stuff that you want to put in your life, or stuff that you actually want to take out of your life. So after a conversation with a student, I decided to make my own bullet journal, and it actually helped me to get on track with everything. I made almost the whole month of December, but in the end of the month, with the launch of the Tasty Hit, the launch of my wife's shop, and the launch of many other things, and making Vlogmas didn't allow me to focus on that and tracking everything down. This is why today I want to share with you what I've been doing with this, and maybe inspire some of you to do the same. First of all, this is made by a man, and it's not like these bullet journals you find online when you Google it. Beautiful flowers, colors and stuff. I have a few pens that I like. They are all black. Not going to use any other color. I don't use any other color for, I would say, almost 20 years. So here's some example of what I did on the month of December. This is a habit tracker, and it's not pretty at all. And during the month of December, I decided that I would like to make some sport, and I started to track, that I was making 100 push-ups and 100 sit-ups a day. The time that I would spend with my daughter, like play with Gaia, and so on, edit videos, no sugar day or something. So this today, I'm going to try to make the same, and now after I made the first tryout during December, I actually know what I want to check, the things that I want to put in my life, and the things that I want to take out of my life as a routine, as a habit. So I think it's more interesting. So this is just a few ideas that I was tracking, and also I was tracking the hours of sleep, and that has something. It's something interesting because now I'd also like to track productivity. And check how the hours of sleep are connected with this productivity. This will help me to have a more organized life, to track everything I do, and to move forward with all the things I have to do. So, interesting or not, you can also do this. This is just a normal notebook. I will leave the link below on the where you can buy it from. It's actually a travel journal, so in the end you can also take the notebook out, replace, or even make your own, and just use this elastic to keep your pages together. But that's not what it matters. What matters here is that you start to track all your actions and what you do. So in the end of every month, if something doesn't go according to what you had planned, you can actually check it. For example, an interesting one was, I rarely drink. Sometimes I have a glass of wine or something in the evening, and I was curious to track if alcohol, which as you can see I had only 4 times, and sleep had any influence on my life. And it's curious that it doesn't have influence at all. Like on the second day I had, and I slept very well. The normal. I'm actually pretty consistent on this. There was just a day that I was sick, but it's good to track this stuff down. So join me while I make the month of January. For example, I'm going to add more stuff on my daily sport exercise, which is squats. I want to do something on the daily basis, like sit-ups, push-ups, squats, that will allow me to be physically active, because sometimes I just work way too much and I don't have any other physical activity. So I'm putting here squats also, because it might be good for the leg. I noticed that the more I work, the less time I spend with my family and with my daughter. So play with Gaia, it's something that I should have all the time, so I can spend time with my daughter more often. On this year, I want to kind of have an work daily on YouTube, and this doesn't mean that daily I will be doing a new video, a new editing or something. But even if it's just writing a story, preparing a video, editing, put it online, I want to do daily something related to YouTube, because I want to see some growth on our channel. So I think I have to work daily for it, but also I don't want to overwork. So I'm also going to start to track the hours of work, so I know more or less how many hours I work during the week. And this is going to be my job plus YouTube and other stuff. The best part of the habit tracker is that you can also put new habits or take out new habits. And for example, we want to take out from our life the amount of meat we have on the daily basis. So I'm going to track, and I will hope that during the month these dots will start to be more rare, and we want to have less meat, and fish and vegetarian food will become more constant in our life. So this is not just what you want to put in your life, but also what you want to take out of your life. So in the end, you will track to the objective that you want to achieve. So the last two, one is drawing, because I studied architecture and I really like to draw, but lately I don't spend any time on that. So I just want to start to spend more time on that. Even if it's just, I was doing it before, even if it's just to draw the coffee mug or something that I'm doing on that day, I want to train my hand to have something on the daily basis. So this will be the habits for now. I can still add something else, I can take something from here. And this, for example, I'm just going to mark with a dot. For example, today I already made 100 push-ups, so I'm going to keep here a dot saying that I made 100 push-ups. I also had meat, so in the end of the day I will grab this journal and I will just fill it up. The second one, it's going to be fun. The second one, I'm going to track actually the hours of work. I'm going to put the days, the hours from where I usually start to work, around 7 a.m. until maybe 6 a.m. I should start at 6 until the 9 o'clock in the evening, or 10 o'clock. So basically I'll just put here, for example, since 12 o'clock I'm making this video and producing all of this and rearranging. So I'll just, I'll put a line here that I started at 12, and it will go until when I finish. And so this I can, in the end of the day, I'll write on top 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and I'll follow this through to see how much hours I'm working on the weekly basis, on monthly basis, and try to avoid work during the weekends, for example. I'm going to make a very simple tracking of the sleep, how I sleep. Usually I'm very constant. We usually go to sleep around 10 o'clock, and around 6 I'm awake and take a shower and start my day. But I want to track it, because now I also want to track how it's my productivity, my mood, and fatigue. So I want to actually track if the sleep has any influence on how my day is. And on this time I will use actually some kind of different kind of lines to show how it works. For fatigue will be just a normal straight line that then I will connect between the days. So here in the bottom, this is the days, and here this is my scale from 0 to 10, as 10 being the best and 0 being the worst. So there might be days that my productivity will be 0, there might be days that my productivity will be like 9, 10. Oh, happens. For fatigue, maybe just dot, dash, dot, dash, dot. So I'll know. And mood, let's just make small dots. So we'll go between days with following this, and basically this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to track this. So the last thing I have to do is I'm going to make some nice lines, so visually it will be a bit better. Maybe I'll still add something in the end, like if I would like to track down my achievements of the week, and to write down what I made and what I would like to do more. But for now, this is something that anyone can do. You can just do it without any problem. You don't need a big or a beautiful notebook. You just need to start doing it. I actually like to have a pretty one, that's why I have this one, and actually keeps me a bit of motivated to do more stuff. But don't let that equipment stop it from doing it. So guys, if you like this kind of video, and if you like me to talk about more this kind of stuff and show what we do behind all our vlogs and videos, and when we go to places and do stuff, don't forget to comment below. And I just have one more question. For the people that do this kind of videos and might see this one, how do you actually organize this? Because let me try to show you how I plan all of this, and this doesn't look pretty at all. This is my setup right now. I'm trying to show you. So I have the phone is here on top of a box of cigars, and this, and the camera is here on top of another box. Still I have two computers to have some ideas, plus the light is here. So if you have any suggestion of how to do it better organized or in a better way, please just let me know, and maybe in the future I can show the final of in the end of January what I achieved, what I didn't achieve, and probably with time it can start to be prettier than it is right now. But for now, this is just a tool that I'm using to track what I'm doing and to improve some things and to take out all the things in my life that I don't want to have. And it's really interesting to see exactly what you've done and what you achieve. See you on the next video.